So my phone goes off and a message comes through from Joe. And it's something we'd planned to get for the kids anyway. And we just decided to take a gamble. So I won't lie, this is kind of what I was expecting to find. But it really wasn't quite that bad. However, I did turn up and find that they'd used MDF for their roof and floor. So that had then turned to mushy cardboard, and this is all I could salvage from what I collected. The rest of it went to the recycling centre on the way home and brought these 4 panels back with me. And of course the kids wanted it up straight away, and it happened to be a very windy day. So with a little bit of help we managed to get it up, and we just used some clamps so at least they had something to play with. And it sat there for a couple of days before we managed to tackle the project. So I say project, it was pretty simple. It just needed a new roof and a new floor, and we were just using the treated timber that we had left over from our fence project. And now at this point in the summer I'd finished pointing the patio, so I had a nice flat surface to work on. You can see this wonky bit of concrete on the right. That's actually where we're going to put it temporarily, so that wasn't quite so flat. So it's clearly sloped away from the house as well. So I used other offcuts of timber just to prop it up and get it level, and it's just going to live here until we get some sort of decking or area for it down in the lower garden. So the actual panels themselves aren't too bad, and I'm pretty sure with the liquor paint and a bit of stain they'll look pretty smart. They even threw in some homemade curtains. So after getting the playhouse for next to nothing, I didn't want to start spending big bucks on, getting plywood flooring or starting using pressure treated timber. So I just used some OSB, and I used that for both the roof and also for the floor. I mean, the kids are light and there's enough bracing in there, it'll be fine. So this is, I think, 9mm MDF, 9mm OSB, and I doubled it up with the offcuts. So it ended up at 18mm thick, which is plenty. And when it came to the roof, there was just no support. You can imagine what the MDF roof that I picked up was, sagging. So I put a couple of more timbers in there, and rather annoyingly, we're going to have to move this. So without having to dispose of the felt, I think the only way we can move this, now I've screwed this roof down, is to lift the whole unit as one. So it'll have to be a case of get a barbecue going and a few friends over, and we'll lift it down to the lower garden. So I left the roof long at the front there and then just cut it back so it had a bit of an overhang over the little veranda that's in the design. But that's it. I ended up being rained off that day and put some felt on it the next day. But it's sat there for the winter and it's been fine. But the reason I dug out this footage and made a little video is because the girls managed to make their own project video this week. So after this one's uploaded, I'll be sharing their little first project, their little renovation. So stay tuned for that, and remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.